I inquired last year about bucking the trend of killing off your guest stars, and it hasn't really happened yet. So since they probably won't be sticking around for all that long, aside from Paul McGillian, who isn't dead yet, can we expect any more guest stars from the Stargate family?
You know, that's a... Did you know that Robin did a dance? We don't like killing people. It's just dramatic. And about the Stargate guest stars, to be honest, I mean, we all came from Stargate, and we really want Sanctuary to stand on its own without having to sort of say, look, we're still using our Stargate-ness. So when the role is right and the actor is right, then that's what we want to do. But we don't make the deliberate choice to say it's got to be someone we work with on Stargate. We love working with our Stargate family. I mean, you know, this man would say 10 years, and we meet and work with amazing people. Yeah. But we try to protect our own ecosystem and make it an organic choice to that.
Although having said that, we have tried to get a couple of people on, and there's been issues with timing and availability, so it's not like we haven't tried, and we're still trying.
I think our show is it's very much a family environment. I mean, that's the. I mean, we love each other dearly.
Dysfunctional.
Absolutely, and I think there's you know, obviously the Stargate family is a very significant extended part of that family.
Yeah.
So you know, when they're, as Damien said, you know, we've had some great actors, and they're just great actors, and they're great collaborators, and such a treat to have on the show. And just in general, those are the people that, you know, seem to gravitate towards our show, and so I think that's.
Yeah. So stay tuned. Please.
This one's for Amanda Tapping. I was wondering, like, when in Stargate and in Sanctuary you both directed an episode or two, I was wondering if you're going to do that at all in season 3.
Yes. I was going to direct the first episode of the season, but I chickened out. I did. I felt like I really needed to focus on getting back into Helen, and I wanted to do her justice. And it was a huge show, and Martin always does the first episode of the season, so I will be directing end of August.
Mine.
Episode 13.
That'll be terrific.
It's my lucky number because there's 13 letters in my name, so.
My question is for Ryan. I'm studying to be an actress, and I was wondering if you had any acting advice to a beginning actor like myself.
Are you sure?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. Follow your heart with everything you have. Just make sure that, you know, this is it. This is the thing that you want more than anything. And you're going to go through a lot of crap and garbage and dysfunction, and you got to be a little crazy. You got to be a little kooky, but you got to know that this is it. This is the thing that you want to do, and pursue it with every ounce of your being, and treat it like a full-time job. Get up in the morning and look at the trades. You know, figure out where you want to go, make a plan for yourself, and just keep going. So many people are going to tell you to stop, and screw them, they're miserable. So just
Yeah, and then keep going.
keep going.
Never give up. Never give up. If this is what you want to do, just keep going with it, and no matter what anyone tells you. I mean, if Sanctuary can be an example of that, Martin, Amanda, and Damien were told no every single corner. They had to climb a mountain and get pushed down and get up and climb back up. And if those three people can be an example to you, it's like never let anyone tell you no, because you know we're here because of them, and we have this great show because of the hard work that these three people did.
Except,
You couldn't take no for an answer.
and it's worth saying in present company that Sci-Fi Channel said yes, enthusiastically, and that's the one you wait for. It's so worth it. It's so worth it.
For me personally, I have a huge affinity for this network just because they've been incredibly great to me. And talk about being an actor, just trying to pay the bills, and sci-fi has just been incredible for me. So you know, you find a family and you honor that family, and you give everything you have, everything. Like just
When you-
don't leave anything, don't leave anything behind you. You give it everything you have.
And when you imagine, stop yourself and imagine greater.
Hi, my question's for Damien. I was just wondering, the Big Eye is a lot of love, but are we going to see like an expansion of the Big Eye's role in any of the episodes in season 3?
Yeah, I love that character. I mean, he really finds this kind of groove in season 3, and season 2 is about, him and Henry and that bond. And then we kind of expanded that bond to other people, and then he kind of finds this cool role, and then there's a very, very dark but kind of heartfelt story that the big guy is right in the center of. There's a mystery he needs to solve, which was an idea I'd always had, which is the idea of this kind of almost film noir mystery with Bigfoot at the center. And it worked beautifully. I mean, it's just, we all have a big soft spot for the big hairy guy.
And really what Heyerdahl brings to that role, and really what he does with it, it's really is beautiful. I mean, like Damien says, it's just there's a depth that he brings to the quality of that character that is really magical.
And there's that one episode in particular that Damien's referring to, and it's a real journey for him, and it is so poignant. And it's amazing to me that an actor can act through that much prosthetic and make it one of the most human characters on the show.
And I think it's important to note that when he's on set, I mean, he's big guy.
He's the big guy.
It's a completely different person. And when you walk on set and the big guy comes on set, it's just your day lightens. It's just like, yes, big guy's here.
Until he slaps you in the head.
So he's that.
A lot, yeah.
Well, it's weird. I've tried to have conversations with Chris, about riding motorcycles, but it's like very early in the conversation, like I can't talk to you about reality because you're the big guy. It's weird. Yes, I like to ride BMW and roll 100cc. It's like, what? This is neat. Let's talk about the sanctuary. Chris is an amazingly committed actor. Yeah, absolutely. He, depending on who he's playing, the temperature of the set changes. It's astounding. He's an absolute treat to work with. Josh, are you with us?
I'm sorry?
Yes.
Josh is doing Sudoku over there.
I'm so close on this one box.
Sudoku.
3.
Panel.
It's a 3. It isn't 3.
Next question.
Ladies and gentlemen, this will be the last question.
This is an outrage!
And the last question is, could you talk a little bit about the web series? How you got it produced and promoted to be such a success?
Oh.
Is this from the race people out there? They wanted, it was like pushing a giant shipping container full of angry cats up a dirt road in the middle of winter. That old chestnut. It was an amazingly challenging thing, Amanda.
It was. I think we were naive enough and innocent enough to follow our dreams, and thank God we did, but in retrospect, it was such an incredible journey. We had to find financing, and that was like insane, and we shot a test scene like a year before we shot the actual webisodes, and we worked on a lot of good faith, and it took a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, and had we known how difficult the road would have been, I'm not sure we would have gone down it. I'd like to think we would have, but I'm not sure
Differently.
we would have. So, naivete helps. Innocence.
But you guys went down, I mean, this show, there was no road. I mean,
There was no road.
the road didn't exist yet.
We
It was
pushed
just
back.
figuring it out, and I mean, literally, this show paved the way for so many fantastic shows that are now coming.
It was
to
like we did the Dunkirk failed invasion so that Overlord could happen 3 years later. It was,
You can see how Sanctuary comes out of his head, right? The cats and the thing.
cry about finances. We were very lucky. The BD Group, who is a huge supporter of the show, financed our webisodes, and we were able to pull together a team and get it made. But without them, I don't know, we'd probably still be trying to find financing. And we'd still be squatting in a booth down on the floor like we did 4 years ago, 3 years ago.
I think, to be honest, the climate has changed. You know, online is like the ground constantly moving under your feet. And back when we started in 06, 07, there was this kind of smell of revolution in the air that the internet was gonna take down TV, which in hindsight is ludicrous. I mean, they are working together now in a different way. But back then there was like this, you know, kind of Valkyrie vibe going on where people thought we're gonna do it. And that's what got people excited about it. But really what it did is I think we smartly targeted you guys. The people who are the real believers, the early adopters, the guys who can see it and get it early. And then once that beachhead was established, the rest became academic because the idea was accepted and loved. And that is the most important thing we achieved. And I'm always proud of that, always. So we owe it to you guys, really.
Yeah, so many of you were there from the beginning, right? We were talking about that, how our fans are, and no disrespect to the fans of other shows, but our fans are probably the most kick-ass fans.
Yeah, we got the best fans.
They are. So many of you have so much invested in us in this show. You know, it's
Because of almost a personal ownership with it because of how it started, and we're really proud of that. Proud of all the people that have stuck by it.
Yeah, so thank you guys, really.
Well, unfortunately, we are just about out of time. Really quickly before we go, because I want to mention this, Amanda, you and Damien started a charity this year, yeah?
Yes, we did.
It's called Sanctuary for Kids.
Yes.
And it is you lock children in a creepy mansion. What is the charity?
Not an animated series.
Where can people go to make a donation and get involved?
Sanctuaryforkids.org. It's a very grassroots charity that we started in November. We're super proud of how well it's done, but it was germinated because of you guys. The idea, we worked on it for about a year before we launched it, came from the understanding that the sci-fi community is so beautifully socially connected and so unbelievably generous and so socially aware. And you actually care about causes and you stand behind them, and then suddenly virally everyone knows about it. So we understood that launching Sanctuary for Kids, that we would be launching because of you. And it's been a phenomenal success. We are working with the Nepal Orphans Home. We've built a house called Papa's Goomba House, which is Nepalese for sanctuary. And we've reunited 7 sets of sisters. Wow. And when I got the email, I just wept. These little girls who didn't think they'd ever see their sisters again are now united for life. Woo! Yeah. Woo! It's amazing. We're building a school. We're a third of the way to building a campus for them. Phenomenally little amount of money is needed. It's remarkable what you can do with so little. We're helping homeless teens in Vancouver with their children get off the streets, and we're helping in Haiti. We've just been really, really lucky, but it's very small charities with low operating costs, low overhead. Damien and I are covering all the overhead for Sanctuary for Kids, and thanks to your incredible generosity, amazing things since November have been done. And the fact that 27 girls in Nepal got off the street and were given safe housing, and these sisters were reunited. And it's amazing. So thank you to you. It's been a great success.
I just want to add one last thing. Because of what we're able to do and quickly get money to Haiti within a few weeks of the earthquake, I just want to throw this out to you guys because you are the core of this. Please encourage other shows and movies that you follow to do what we did with Sanctuary for Kids. Every show should be linked to a charity. Do you know what happens?